Good evening, guys, ghouls, and girls, and welcome to the second episode of the Panorama cast, episode 2, with our new Gundam gaming guy, and it's all about Otto Warmbier today.
Did you hear the tone of your voice there?
Yeah, I'm fun. I'm fun, and I'm hip and happening. People like to. What? People like to hear the hip and happening, okay? Listen, I'm a 30-year-old lady.
Stop.
I'm a 30-year-old lady. I need to stay with the times.
Okay, but can we just talk about your new phrase, hip and happening, please?
Hip and happening. It's not a new phrase. It's been around for a while. Oh, Vex.
Vex is in chat. Say hi.
Vex is here. Hi, Vex. How you going, Vex?
I'm being nice, but she said hip and happening, and on top of that, when she was saying good evening, guys, ghouls, and whatever the hell
girls, excuse me,
girls, guys, ghouls, and girls, she was just sat there like with this tone in her voice that reminded me of Pinocchio getting banged by a Muppet baby. Okay, so
thank you, Vex. Thank you. You're being rude.
I appreciate you showing love for Spook. She doesn't get at the moment.
I am so happy to be here tonight.
I'm so happy that we're together again. Hi.
Yes.
How are you?
Hello. I'm good. Oh, same old. Yes, Vex, please send him a glitter box.
I've got some things for you. If you like a story I can tell if you like, or if you'd like to go on with Otto Warmbier first, we can do that. But
no, let's get our things out of the way because I'm very excited for your gift as well. I have a present for you too, so.
I have a cool present. Are you ready?
Yeah, mine's pretty cool too. Go on.
So I've got some riddles for you, okay?
Great.
So, the purpose of this game, okay?
Yep.
The purpose of this game... I'll find you an easier one because some of these are very...
I don't know riddles very well, so, I'm not good at them. So I'm gonna need Vex to help me.
That's fine. So basically it's an object, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to guess an object, right?
Yep.
And the object is usually quite simple. It's a very simple object that you have to guess, okay? And I have 3 clues I can give you, but in order to maximize your points, you have to use the least number of clues, okay?
Right. Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So the first clue I have to give you. I don't have a choice. This object features a convex lens.
And no,
I'm not defining words for you.
Oh.
Defining words for you.
Can I Google it?
You may ask the audience what convex means if you like.
May I ask Google?
No, because that's cheating.
Oh. Vex, help me, Vex.
If you want another clue, you have to ask, but your points go down if you do that.
Convex lens. Is that what you said?
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
just talking to you. Go.
It curves out. Oh, okay. Yep. I'm trusting you. I don't know. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. What was the question again?
No, the question wasn't a question. It was a clue for the first
telescope.
No, Vex. That's the wrong answer. The first clue is this object features a convex lens. By the way, if Vex says the answer, I'm not going to tell you if the answer is right or wrong.
Well, you just did. You said that it wasn't a telescope.
Yeah, I just realized that was a big mistake, so I'm not going to tell you if it's right or wrong.
Convex lens. Okay. So, well, a camera would just be too obvious. So...
Camera's not the answer.
Okay. So. All right. What else has lenses? Not a telescope. Microscope.
You tell me if you'd like another clue, okay?
Yeah, give me another one.
Okay, that reduces your points by 2, by the way.
Yep.
This handheld tool is used in investigation.
Microscope.
Microscope.
Yep. Oh, wait, what's those? What are those handheld ones?
Did you just say microscope? Hang on, let's go back to microscope.
No. What are those handheld ones?
What are you doing with your hand right now?
You know, you're a detective and you've got the thing.
What? Stop it! Stop that motion! No.
The thing and the thing.
The thing and the thing. Okay, yeah. Okay, the thing and the thing. All right, yeah.
The
that's
thing and the
also
thing.
Great.
Yeah.
Thing and the thing. Thing and the thing. Yeah, it's the thing and the thing. Vex is like, I'm not telling you, D, because I'm ashamed. That's great. Now she's roasting you. How'd you feel?
Detective.
Time.
When you're a detective, you have a thing. Okay.
A detective. Okay, a detective. A detective's not the answer, by the way. Just
No.
so you know. Okay. We're gonna do one more of this after this, just so you know.
Why?
Because I like torturing you. It's my present.
I hate it. I don't like it. Take it back. Vex, please. I need you to help me.
Don't help.
I've got baby brain. This is not very nice at all.
Yeah, well, you have to teach your child these things eventually, okay?
Yeah, which I can just Google.
Question. You don't know of very many British landmarks, do you?
You have a thing to find some things. Wow.
Hey, question. You don't know any British landmarks, really, do you? I don't blame you if you don't. That's fine.
No.
It's not your job
Solve
to.
the thing with your thing to stop the
Okay.
bad thing the person did. What? You have a thing to find some things to solve the thing with your thing to stop the bad thing. The best.
Talking about things, God! Oh my God! What is wrong with you?
Okay, no, we really need to move this along because I'm gonna be here all night.
What? We're only doing 2 of these. That's what I said. We're only doing 2 of these. This is the second one we'll do. I found it. This is the second one we'll do.
You have a thing to find some things to solve the thing.
I'm laughing at Spook trying to understand that. She's giving you clues. This ain't even the third clue. Like, the audience gives you a clue. Starts with a go on. And it's not my thing. So I'm gonna put that out of the way now.
It starts with M. Yes, that's what I was talking about. A magnifying glass. Thank you. That's what it was. That's it. Yes. You knew what I was talking about. The thing with the thing that detectives have.
Second but final one. Are you ready?
God. Yeah.
Clue number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And this is something you've seen before as well. I know for a fact. Everybody's seen this object.
I hate this game. Go on.
Stem wind and stem set versions of this device were first sold during the Great Exhibition in London in 1851. If you want another clue, you just say.
Can you just repeat that, please?
Stem wind and stem set versions of this device were first sold in the Great Exhibition in London in 1851.
My soul has left my body.
Oh, really? Oh, why?
I don't know anything about London, so read.
It's not about London. It's a device, like.
Give me another clue.
Okay. Look, what I'll do for you, because I think maybe the engineering.
It's out of my league.
Probably thrown over your head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, stem wind and stem set. I'll let you know what that means. Okay. So, stem wind. Imagine a jack in the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the mechanism it uses
Mm-hmm.
is a stem wind because it goes like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're winding something, stem wind. To stem set is the opposite of that. It's like a button that you press in order to start a mechanism, okay? And these are the 2 versions of this particular object that existed.
I do talk funny, Vex. You're right.
We don't talk for what do you mean? There's a big clock. Funnily enough, a big clock is an option in this card deck. Like I could have said Big Ben. Let's guess Big Ben.
So it's not a Jack in the Box because you've used that as a example.
Yeah. I'm just giving you an example of what stem set and stem wine means. It could be the answer for all you know, but
no, you wouldn't do that. That's too easy. All right, give me a second one. Second clue.
Traditionally, this object was worn on a chain.
Is it a fucking clock?
A clock.
Yes, like a stopwatch, like a, they used to have the... Am I right?
It is!
A pocket watch! Yes!
What is this face that you're making on stream right now?
That's my winning face.
Would you like to do one more since you guessed that so well?
Yeah, alright, go on.
Alright,
I'm on a roll now, I'm on a roll. Yeah.
You know some American like places, don't you? Like everybody does. Like
I know some.
Okay, so if I said like okay, I'll give you a list of like 4, right? So like you obviously know the Statue of Liberty, right?
Yep. The Empire State Building.
Empire State Building, White House, like Central Park, those kind of areas.
Yeah.
Right? Just the places in New York, basically.
Yeah.
Like you've watched Friends. I know you know these things. Okay.
9/11.
Okay.
R.I.P.
You kidding me? That's what you pull out with right now.
Well, that's American. And that stopped the world. That actually stopped the world.
Okay, yeah. Where were you when the world stopped turning? That's a fucking song. Okay, ready?
Yep, go on.
This building was rebuilt after a British attack in 1814.
I was gonna say yes. Nope, it's not 9/11. British attack? No, you bastards.
Hey, look. I'm Indian. I don't own any of that. Yeah. Look, I tell people this all the time and they don't believe me. Like, dude, do I look like I'm British? I fucking live in this country.
Ooh, Vex has come out with a guess.
I'm not validating any of Vex's guesses so that you...
It's not the White House. Is it the White House?
I'm not validating any of Vex's guesses.
That's my guess. Is it the White House?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's your guess now because Vex said it.
Yeah, because Vex is helping. She's being part of the game.
Oh, you know what? We're gonna do another step.
No. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, go on then.
No. Yeah,
one more.
One other set. Okay, look. So this is called The Case of Curious Conundrums.
Oh,
you can guess why I like this because it's based on Sherlock Holmes. You know, I love Sherlock Holmes. You know that. And these ones are actual riddles. They're not object guessing. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not validating your face.
I
man.
fucking hate riddles so much.
I love her comeback. Look at her comeback. It's great.
She's not validating your face, so there's that.
I might reword them in order to sort of remove the Holmes context because I feel like that just adds a lot of crap to it. So,
oh god.
A vital piece of evidence was delivered to the police station.
Mm-hmm.
The item in question had 4 fingers and a thumb.
Okay, a hand. It's a hand.
Not a hand.
What? 4 okay, alright, now I have to think about this. 4 fingers and a thumb, and it's not a hand.
I'm going to eliminate a paw from your guessing as well, because Wolfie's not involved in this crime, I promise you.
Oh!
Oh. Well, please continue.
4 fingers and a thumb.
Also, this doesn't have like a clue system, so this is all you're getting.
Shizen. Okay.
That's the wrong one. That one's empty.
4 fingers and a thumb, and it's not a hand. Okay.
It's not a hand. But look how cool these are as well. Like, I'll show you them while you're guessing, yeah? So, like, you get the object guesser, you have, like, acronym guesses, and you have...
Is it a body part?
Can I just finish?
No, I'm just trying to...
No, I'm not. I can't give you clues. I told you. Anyway. So, you have that, and you have this, and you have this, and it's so cool. Like, it encourages lateral thinking. I love lateral thinking.
Yeah, righto.
Lateral thinking.
Yeah.
Love a little, you know, solve a riddle, you know,
4
guess the
fingers
thing,
and a
just
thumb.
use a little lateral. Yeah, 4 fingers and a thumb. Go on.
I just...
Oh, and it has this little hole, so that when you put the thing, like, you know, put one of the boxes back in, it has the Holmes logo. See?
Oh, that's pretty sick. Yeah, okay.
That is pretty sick. I love it. I love these.
Okay, 4 fingers and a
Like
thumb,
£10.
and it's not got... Okay, so...
Yeah,
Oh!
you want me to repeat the riddle?
No, I got it. Ready?
Okay.
A glove.
No, well done. That is a
Woo!
glove. Congratulations.
I mean, 4 fingers and a thumb. It's a glove.
Yeah.
If it's a hand, nothing else has... Nothing else that I can think of like an animal, unless, you know, you go on like some fucking Yeti or something.
This is the face you made when you figured it out, by the way.
Ooh, yeah, I'm excited.
I just want to say that.
That was a great guess.
You know, I'm something of a scientist
All right,
myself.
now that we've had my little game done and my insulting of your intelligence.
Vex is a scientist. Well, before we jump into a super serious topic, like I said, I have a gift for you. When I say I have a gift for you, I mean more Vex has a gift for you.
No. She didn't send you one too, did she?
And it's here on my desk, and it's beautiful. Look at this photo of you holding this owl and the little love hearts. Oh, so cute. So cute. Look at that. Oh my God. Amazing. I'm going to frame this, and that's going to stay on my desk.
No, it's not. You're going to burn it.
No, I'm not going to burn. It's too beautiful to burn. Are you kidding?
You're gonna scare your child. What do you mean?
No, this is her room, and she'd love to have this. This is her uncle holding an owl. That's pretty sick, bro. That is pretty sick. You know, it cost her $1.50 to send it to me. I don't know how much that is in US dollars, but that's like for a piece of cardboard. That's pretty up there, especially in today's climate.
Okay, but like, hear me out, right? There's that went through a lot of like customs areas. You know, she sent one to Germany too.
Yeah, I do know that. Because I was
one to Germany.
A part of that conversation. So
you're such a dick. Listen to me. You don't understand what's happened as a result. That means not just you and Moby have seen this shit. That means everybody in between those areas.
$2.33. That is in Australian dollars for all my Aussies out there. So that's you know, for a piece of cardboard that's just got a picture, like that's pretty good. So
yeah, we'll do it. You know what? I'm mad, so we're doing another riddle. Fuck you.
Pretty sick. No, I'm getting onto my story. I did some research. Jess is here.
Do you want a work tale that reduces your faith in humanity first, or do you want to do yours?
Give me another one. One more, and then we've got to get into this serious thing.
It's not a riddle I'm giving you. I'm giving you a work story, like what happened to me this week.
Jess, I hope you're doing. I hope you're doing very well. I saw your message the other day. It's very sweet.
Senpai. Don't notice me, senpai Vex. No. And
Ow.
also,
Hoot hoot.
also,
Hoot hoot. Look at this, Jess.
No, stop! What the fuck is your problem?
Jess, this is going to be part of the stream, actually. Our stream. Because, ours are pretty chill too. So, like, it really fits in with our thing. So, love that.
I hate you.
That is going to live on my desk. I might have to just cover up Vex's address just so I don't accidentally flash that on stream. But
yeah, you can flash anything else, just not that. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I don't want to dox her or anything. But yeah, so love that. That's really neat and cool. So anyway, give me another one.
We can start on your subject in a second,
All right.
and my subject in a second. First, we have to congratulate Jess. I don't know if you know, but for a while she's been working like multiple jobs, but recently she got a one and done consistent job, like gives her benefits and everything, which means she'll have so much more time for herself.
Oh, Jess, congratulations! That's
You know what I mean?
amazing. Yes,
I'm so happy.
I know
that now.
how hard it is.
She works way too fucking
to
hard,
get a
you know
fucking decent job. So you don't even have to explain that to me. And hi, Tors. Hello. Thanks for being here. Thanks for popping in.
I was like, she works too fucking hard. Finally, she's got something a bit more consistent.
Yeah, exactly. So she should get benefits and stuff too. I don't know how she's American, is she? I don't know how all that sort of works, but they're funny with like healthcare and all that sort of stuff over there. Thanks, Moby. I will.
I like how you worded that. They're funny with their healthcare.
Well, we have Medicare here, so I don't have to pay $50,000 to give birth.
Yeah, and we have the NHS, and our healthcare is completely free. So
yeah,
except for chiropractor stuff.
Yeah, like dental and all that sort of shit. Yeah, we don't get that for free, but
we get dental for free if we're on job seekers allowance.
Oh, so I see. Well, we're not that fancy, but anyway.
So work story quickly, okay?
Yep, go on, please. Continue.
So there I was the other day. I sat down, I was at my desk, I was bored, and they were sent around like a video of a joke about like two people like falling from the same height, and the meat eater landing first because he eats more. And so they come up to me and they're like, oh, like the meat eater would totally land first to her. And I'm like, no, that's not how gravity works. Because, two things generally, if they don't have if barring like parachutes and shit, which have like wind up thrust, land at the same time when they drop from the same height. So they couldn't comprehend this new fact, well, this old fact that, because gravity's been a thing, and I hate you for putting the picture there. So I did an experiment. I got a straw and I got a heavy glass lid and I dropped them at the same time and they both landed at the same time, right? You remember that scene in Toy Story where where he lands in like the pit of green aliens and they're like, ooh. that happened. That happened.
The claw.
That's what happened to me. So I was like, okay, this is different. So then they go. Right, Moby, you're right. You are correct. I should have expected less. So
these are flat earther people, aren't they?
Yeah, but we'll go into that another time. So then they ask me a very, very, very left field question about falling down, which is, when you're on a water slide, why do you fall faster? Now, a normal person would know that the lack of friction makes you, slide faster. But they couldn't comprehend the idea that water is slippery.
Okay. These are people you work with?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't look happy.
I'm just trying to comprehend how somebody so switched on like yourself works with a bunch of nuffies.
See, so when it comes to actual work, they say smart things. So, we have to do this way, we have to do this that way, and all that sort of shit, right? like when it comes to just like normal stuff, like gravity and Earth and vaccines and the sun, often it's just really scary to be there.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah. Well, welcome to my existence, man.
Yeah.
And so as a result, because I feel bad,
You're not wrong, Tors.
I've started what's called the science mornings at work, where I send like a science article that explains like a scientific concept, like gravity or the sun or the universe or planets, all that sort of shit.
Just
And
life in general.
the first person I told this was my friend in South Korea, right?
Yes.
And we had a video call, and she goes, "You know what you should do? You should introduce like a pop quiz, and whoever wins gets some sort of reward." And I was like, "You know what? That'd be a good idea." So next week when I go in on Monday, I'm going to go up to my director, but okay, so I want to introduce a science quiz, and the winner gets a pizza that week. Like, because we have nothing to do sometimes, especially on a Friday. So why don't we just try to increase the IQ levels here?
Do you know?
I think they'll disagree, but
There is a YouTuber who she was on the H3 podcast. Her name is Trisha Paytas. She's actually an idiot, but she also questioned gravity on a podcast for millions of people to see, and
right.
it was something. It was actually something. Oh, Tori, you don't know. You can't be. Yeah, but no, she was genuine. She was properly genuine on H3. That was their frenemies podcast. I don't know if you ever caught any of that, but holy schmoly.
I've never really watched a lot of podcasts, to be completely honest with you. So I don't remember.
Right. Well, anyway.
I'm more into like horror stuff when I go into podcasts, listening to like horror stories.
Oh, thanks. You probably listened to somebody called Spook Central Station.
Oh no, I banned her from my account. She was kind of an asshole.
She's a bitch. Yeah, fair.
Yeah, she was kind of an asshole. She kept talking about how like Big Ed's the revolution and all of everything. And I was just like, what? So,
he is. He's a thumb, and he's gonna do it all. He's gonna do it all. Doing great.
Let's okay.
All right.
So this is how it's gonna work.
We have to dive into our subject. Yeah.
And I'm probably going to ask a few questions, so here we go.
That's fine, but I can't guarantee I'll have the answers for everybody, but...
Also, your disclaimer, I'm going to do that quickly. If
yes.
That's right.
Well, I've got a few things, but yes, go on. You say your thing, and then I'll say mine.
Alright, cool. So, disclaimer quickly. We don't endorse like political agenda here because that just gets messy constantly. If we do mention a political name of some kind during this story, it's because they are in some way involved with the story. We won't be pushing any agenda that swings them into a bad light or a good light or whatever. It's just how the story goes and how it ends up being, and based on what everyone knows of what happened with Otto Warmbier. All right, so we won't be doing any of that. No political agendas will be pushed. And there will be no victim shaming either. There's a few bits in the story that have victims and they have people that have done things, but we're not here to shame any of that. We're just here to present the fact and what we have taken away from the actual story as a whole and nothing else. So that's a disclaimer. If you get mad about something in chat, by all means get mad. I'm not going to endorse the political madness at all. Just know that we're not here to push any of that. So there you go.
Done. Right.
Okay.
Thank you so much for that. So
you're welcome.
Samuel's here. Come on, say hello to the people before I get into this.
Oh, boy, Sam has arrived. Oh, hello. Is his beard still epic?
His beard is still epic.
Yeah, there he is. There's a handsome fella.
Handsome fella, that's what Amit just called you.
Yes, we do have KFC in Australia, but we call it Colonel Sanders Family Fun Feast.
Where did that come from? What? Thank you for the KFC fact.
Sure.
I thought you might be wondering.
No. No one cares.
Did you show him that postcard?
I did. I've shown everybody the postcard. The beautiful Amit and his owl.
No. Don't help her with that, Sam. Don't help her with that, Sam.
He said don't help her with that, but please do.
Oh.
His beard has grown. Anyways.
I know. I'm trying a new thing, okay? Anyway.
We're jumping into this, so go.
To read him this story, it's a great Australian. He probably doesn't know this. This is a great Australian classic story. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I know all about the hungry caterpillar, I'll have you know.
He knows all about it.
What about Bluey?
What about Bluey? Bluey the dog.
What's Bluey?
The dog! Oh.
No.
He doesn't know anything about Bluey. Nah.
But I bet Sam's about to tell me about Bluey.
Nah. He's going. He's gone. Okay.
Dude, just before we start, can we please one day have a Sam section where he explains children's books?
Okay. Well, it's not even a book, it's a TV show. It's a little blue dog. And his family and her family. Okay, sure. We will. That'll be the next podcast.
Boom.
Done.
All right, go on.
Okay. So, even though Amit's already covered it, I have it all written down here on my phone. So if I'm looking down a lot, that's why, because I've got it all written down. So just to pretty much go over what Amit just said, this is a true story. It does have real victims. So my thoughts go out to the family that fought long and hard for the protection of their son. And I'm only speaking on this topic to keep his spirit alive and to inform those that are interested. This is also my opinion, and all of the information is alleged. So do with that as you will. Secondly, this is a controversial topic which does include a lot of political debate, which I do not wish to go near, and I want the chat to keep any and all political views to themselves and stay respectful. However, if you do really need to get into it, I have a few thoughts about it, so if you want to DM me, feel free to. And lastly, there will be no victim shaming, as we don't have all the facts and I doubt we ever will. So I can't confirm nor deny whether or not this crime was actually committed by the victim or not, so again, please stay respectful. Okie dokie, here we go. Diving in.
Right, go, jump in.
Picture this. You're a healthy, smart, young American man with your whole life ahead of you. You're about to pursue a university degree majoring in both commerce and economics. However, you decide, before jumping into these mentally taxing studies, to go on a trip. A tour of sorts. But you're looking for something a little different to your ordinary trip. You're not interested in something like Hawaii or Australia. No, you want something a little more on the wild side. How about somewhere like North Korea? Yeah. Okay. Bit of an interesting pick. But what if you made this decision against the wishes of your family, only to find it was the worst, most regrettable decision you ever make?
Quite the set dressing you put there, mate.
Thanks. I worked on that for a while. I've worked on this for weeks. We were supposed to do this weeks ago. Amit?
I'm not saying anything, mate. You just continue with your narration. I'll ask. So this trip to North Korea.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Okay.
How'd it go?
Otto Frederick Warmbier, born December 12th, 1994 in Cincinnati, Ohio. He is the oldest of 3 children to Cynthia, or Cindy, and Frederick Warmbier. From what I could find, Otto had a pretty good upbringing, nothing really out of the ordinary. He was a good kid, had a pretty sweet time in high school. While he was considered popular, he was very switched on and took his studies pretty seriously, even graduating as a salutatorian, which I had to look up because we don't have that shit here. But it essentially means he graduated second highest in his class.
So he's not the valedictorian.
He's not the valedictorian, but he's second.
That's okay. Look, I'm sorry that I have to say this, and no disrespect, right? But no disrespect, right? But when you said salutatorian, the first thing I heard was
Salutatorian.
suckadictorian. I don't know
No.
why. I think my time on Twitch has corrupted my brain completely, but I heard suckadictorian.
Look,
so
you're broken.
If that's the title that Americans get for second place, then great, that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's just hilarious. The sound of that phrase is funny to me. Okay, so I'm glad he was the second smartest.
He came second highest.
Could have sounded different.
Graduated second highest. I should have just said that. I shouldn't have even tried to say the word. I should have just said he graduated second highest in his class.
Well, I'm gonna start calling everybody a suckadictorian.
Suckadictorian. Yeah. Fantastic.
But
continuing on. Yes.
continue.
Alas. Graduating in 2013, Otto had his whole future ahead of him, enrolling in University of Virginia to pursue a double major degree in commerce and economics. He had an interest in different cultures, already visiting places such as Israel, Europe, Cuba, and Ecuador. From what my research found, places like Cuba is not just open for explicit tourism, and you need to obtain a particular visa to travel, and it seems like a whole process to get there. So Otto wasn't a stranger to getting to these sort of controversial places. So this is where we get into it. In 2016, Otto was invited to join a study abroad program in Hong Kong. Sounds pretty fun. What an amazing opportunity. I would absolutely go for that.
I would too. Fuck.
And it was until Otto decided to push the envelope a little and go to North Korea en route over the New Year period. He booked his tour through a company, Young Pioneer Tours, based in China, founded by two New Zealanders, shout out to New Zealand, whose slogan was literally, "Destinations your mother would rather you stayed away from." Which, I mean...
Wow, okay.
They're not fucking wrong, are they?
No, they're not, but that is one way to get attention. Fucking hell, great.
Yeah.
I imagine they did a fair bit of business, to be fair, based just on that alone, so...
But from what I could say, it was advertised as a pretty safe place to travel with, a good company, I mean. They were pretty kind to their US citizens and things, so that's why he decided to go. So I did write that down, advertising as being safe for US citizens. Otto's interest was piqued, as anybody's would be. And he was curious about the culture and how he wanted to meet people of North Korea. So he made his way over.
Okay.
His parents were a bit panicked about it and they did try to talk him out of it. But he was like, don't worry about it. I've been to places that are a bit questionable. I'm fine. He was a responsible kid. So they, in the end, were like, yeah, okay, that's fine, whatever.
I'm just kind of imagining, like, going up to my, like, mom and dad when I'm, like, 17 or 18 and being all like, hey, by the way, like, so the equivalent of, like, in India for, like, Cuba, I'd say, is, like, places like Mumbai, maybe? I'd be so mad.
Yeah, look, it's, well, I mean, we're, like, us going to America is a little bit funny because they have different gun laws and things to us, and
yeah,
that could be deemed as dangerous for us. But
Mumbai's like a massive prostitution hotspot. So like,
right,
it would be like a weird place to be. I mean, generally it looks like a cool city, but there is a bit of an.
Oh yeah, and that's with anywhere. Like it's all fun and games until you come home a vegetable. So in December, I continue. In December the 29th, 2015, Otto flew via Beijing to North Korea, not North Sydney, my fat thumbs.
Wow.
To North Korea with his tour group of 10 other US citizens. I'm pretty sure they were American citizens, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Because there was a fella that I saw an interview on, and he wasn't American. So I don't know if he actually was, but he could be just from America and speak the I don't know, whatever. Anyway, apparently they were US citizens. This tour was to go for 5 days, and in the beginning it was pretty good. Even fun. There is a group photo that they took of a snowball fight, and a few of the children locally came out and had a play with them and stuff, and the photo has some North Korean kids in it that they had a snowball fight with. So they were having a pretty good time. Full of smiles, pretty happy. So the group even celebrated New Year's together, where they returned to the hotel that they were staying at to continue on the bevies. That's beverages, if you're not Australian. You don't understand the language.
Right. Hip and happening, right?
Yeah, hip and oh my god, I am hip and happening, guys. So, from what I could find, half of the group went bowling. The other half kept drinking, and they were all going to meet up after. Otto was feeling a bit under the weather, a bit tired. Perhaps he hit the bevs too hard. So he told the group that he was going to go to bed early. His roommate, Danny, who is the fella that I've watched a few interviews on, would later say that he was in the same position in bed that he was when Danny had left. So it's like Otto hadn't really left bed and he just passed out. So keep that in mind for later, because that may potentially hit a nerve somewhere. And this is where the story takes a horrible turn. On January 2nd, 2016, as the group are preparing to get on their plane at the airport to go home, security approached Otto and detained him. Danny, who I'd mentioned before, had said to the media, "No words were spoken," and I quote, "No words were spoken. 2 guards just came over and simply tapped Otto on the shoulder and led him away. I just said kind of quite nervously, well, that's the last we'll see of you." Oof. And there is great irony in those words, because that was it. That was the last time that they saw of him.
Mm-hmm.
Otto didn't resist. He didn't look scared, he just sort of smiled. According to the North Korean government, Otto was detained because he had allegedly snuck onto a restricted floor of his hotel and had made attempts to steal a political propaganda poster. Now, I can't say whether or not this is true, because the only actual evidence that the North Korean government could bring to court, or their justice, was that it was a very grainy video of a man, or a person, standing in a hood, black hood, you couldn't see their face, taking a poster off the wall and putting it on the floor.
Right.
You can't, you can't distinctively say yes or not it was Otto, but they are saying that, and that's how that all went down.
Okay.
And that's how they convicted Otto. So the group awaited anxiously for their tour mate as the plane was preparing to depart, only for them to be told that Otto had fallen ill and had been taken to hospital. Little did they know that he had actually been taken into custody with the North Korean government for questioning. Korean Central News Agency, so KCNA, initially reported his arrest as a hostile act against the state. So they do take their government very seriously over there, and it is seen as like an act of terrorism, basically, if you do anything to shame their government.
Yeah, definitely. It's like it's treason.
Yeah, absolutely. So I can't say for certain what they actually would do to a North Korean citizen if they were to do something like that, but to each their own, I suppose. And then they refused to elaborate on that. So, no worries, Vex. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed your little shout out there. For 6 weeks, Otto had been in North Korea's custody without any contact with his family or friends. On the 29th of February 2016, a press conference was held. Otto was dressed in a beige suit, presenting himself very neatly, and had read a prepared statement. He confessed to the crimes that he had been accused of. The poster in question said, in Korean, "Let's arm ourselves strongly with Kim Jong-il's patriotism. In North Korea, damaging or stealing such items with the name or image of a North Korean leader is considered a serious crime by the North Korean government." Otto held it together as best as he could, but as he read his statement, his voice got shaky and he got very emotional. It is not known whether or not the statement was actually written by Otto, but there were a few eyebrow-raising things that he had said, and later on his family, his parents, had said that did not sound like Otto at all. But the statement read, and I quote, "I never should have allowed myself to be lured by the United States administration to commit a crime in this country. I wish that the United States administration never manipulate people like myself in the future to commit crimes against foreign countries. I entirely beg you, the people and government of the DPRK, for your forgiveness. Please, I made the worst mistake of my life." Now, I did dig into this a little bit, and I did try to find out what it even meant when he said the US administration, because it is alleged that North Korea believed Otto to be a secret spy or have something to do with the CIA. But there's nothing that I can actually find definitively to support this claim, so take that with a grain of salt.
Okay, taken.
Unfortunately, Otto's desperate begging and pleas were cried out on deaf ears, as he was still sentenced 15 years of hard labour to be carried out in North Korea. The video of this was really hard to watch. You can see the desperation and sorrow in his eyes. If you guys do get a chance to look it up and have a watch, then yeah, do it, I guess, if you want to feel sad and like hate yourself for the rest of the day. Confessing that this was the worst mistake he'd ever made in his life, whether he did or didn't commit the crime, he didn't deserve what eventually had happened to him. Now, obviously at this point his parents are in total shock and disbelief, because how could their son, who is typically responsible and, you know, he's pretty respectful, how could he be in that situation? And so far from home as well, with very little contact outside of North Korea. It was one thing that he could have committed this crime, which can result in a literal death sentence, as it's seen as being disloyal to the North Korean leader, but to be an American citizen, stuck in a foreign country, who aren't particularly quiet about their hatred for the US, doing God knows what to him. It's wild, because in any other country, this would have pretty much been a slap on the wrist. Like, we give our Prime Minister a heck of a time. Like, we talk shit about him all the time and nothing gets done about it. But again, different place, different leader, whole different story.
Definitely.
So Otto's parents did what any parents would do. They went up to their government food chain and they tried to at least get their son back in the US. They weren't saying that he was completely innocent, but they wanted him to at least do his sentence in America. So at least he was on home soil.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, it was Barack Obama who was the president. And Otto's parents, Fred and Cindy, met with a number of Obama's administration trying to get some action to bring their son home. But unfortunately, there was not much movement happening. I have a feeling that it's because Obama didn't want to get too involved with the North Korean government. He didn't want to shake up too many feathers. So his parents did what any other parents would do, and they sort of tried to go outside of that. And at that point in time, Donald Trump was in the running to be president. So because of the election that was coming up, Fred and Cindy used that to their advantage. Trump is outspoken and uses anything in his campaign to get voted in, including the promise to make the attempt to get Otto back into the country. How patriotic. Now, obviously we know how the election went. Trump got voted in. All the while, Otto has served months at this point. We still don't really know what's happened to him. We still don't really know how he is because there's been no contact to the outside world, outside of North Korea. All his parents know is that he is still there, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as much as I don't like to admit it, we do have to hand it to Trump because he did actually keep that promise. However, it was a bit of a too little too late situation. While he was playing nice with the North Korean leader Kim, he still had a cloud holding over his head, so he struck a deal with Kim Jong-un. Now, let me just say, from what I could find, Kim was claiming it was alleged that he had no idea that they were holding Otto in their country, which is another thing that we're not too sure about because I know the North Korean government has their fingers in a lot of pies.
Mm-hmm.
However, I can't say for sure, so... But to quote a CNN article that I had found, it states that Trump wants to make a I can't say this word, here we go. Denuclearization deal with North Korea. He suspects, rightly, that doing so would be a massive foreign policy achievement and a major pillar of his presidential legacy. To make that deal, which Trump was unable to close during his second summit with Kim, he knows that he has to keep Kim happy, keep him talking, and keep him in the right mind space to make a deal. In order to do that, Trump is willing to say and do whatever is needed. Up to and including giving a violent dictator a pass on the wrongful imprisonment and mistreatment of an American college student. 18 months had passed since Otto's sentence. Trump had managed to somehow convince Kim to let Otto come home, back to America. However, the person that Otto was, and had been, was left behind, and his sentencing, because after he had been found guilty and taken away, Otto had been allegedly subjected to torture at the hands of the North Korean government. Otto did get to return to American soil. However, he was returned in a vegetative state, or, to quote the physicians at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, a state of unresponsive wakefulness. He was able to breathe on his own and blink his eyes, but otherwise showed no signs of awareness of his environment, such as understanding language, nor did he initiate any purposeful movements. He was a vegetable. There was nothing there. His brain was working, nothing else. After his parents requested his feeding tube to be removed, Otto died peacefully in the hospital at 2:20 p.m. on June 19th, 2017, at the age of 22, passing away only a few days after his arrival to the States. Now, I know you're all asking what happened and how it happened. Now, this is not documented anywhere, so, again, take it with a grain of salt. North Korea hasn't admitted anything, and it's pretty much speculation. And I'm just going off of what I could find from what Otto's parents had said, what the physicians had said, so, again, until, if it ever happens, somebody from the North Korean officials come out and actually tell us what had happened, we can't say for sure.
Yeah.
There were reports that Otto Warmbier had unexplained marks and injury on his body when he was returned. These marks raised questions and concerns about his treatment while in captivity. However, the specific details and circumstances of these marks may not have been publicly disclosed in great detail. His parents did an interview showing images of a particular mark on Otto's foot, suggesting that he could have been electrocuted. Like electroshock therapy sort of situation. His parents also mentioned that his bottom teeth appeared to have been rearranged, taken out of his mouth and put back in. However, what I could find, there did not seem to be much trauma to his mouth and gums, which obviously there would be if his teeth had been ripped out and put back in his skull. Medical reports from North Korea showed that Otto had been in this state since April 2016, only 2 months since his sentencing. During his release, the North Koreans provided a disc containing 2 magnetic resonance imaging brain scans, dated April and July 2016. They do show damage to his brain, indicating that he had indeed suffered extensive brain damage, but the exact cause of this condition remains a subject of debate. Some sources state that this kind of brain injury and coma he was in could have been a result of waterboarding gone wrong. Other sources say there may have been other means of torture, such as physical beatings or electrocution, which links the injury to the foot. However, in saying that, according to his medical team, his brain scans revealed Otto had suffered extensive loss of brain tissue throughout his brain, which is consistent with a cardiopulmonary event that caused the brain to be deprived of oxygen, which is why the waterboarding is a potential cause of the damage. Doctors say they did not know what may have caused a cardiac arrest if one had occurred, but that it could have been triggered by a respiratory arrest, while a neurointensive care specialist at the hospital stated that there was no evidence indicating botulism, which is a rare poisoning caused by toxins produced by, here we go, this is a big word, Clostridium botulinum bacteria, which consists of toxic bacterial spores which can occur as the result of food or wound contamination. The condition can also occur when bacterial spores grow in the intestines of infants. In rare cases, botulism can also be caused by medical treatment or, and this word stood out to me, bioterrorism. They could have poisoned him. They could have tested some sort of something or other on him and they could have poisoned him. On record, his doctors found no evidence of physical abuse or torture, which goes against what his parents were saying, so this is why it's sort of up for debate. Scans of Warmbier's neck and head were normal outside of the brain injury. They added to quote, "We didn't see any evidence of healing fractures or healed fractures that would have been within that time frame," so it wasn't like he was brutally attacked. And that we believe that for somebody who had been bedridden for more than a year, that his body was in excellent condition. So I'll leave that up to you guys to make your own opinions. But unfortunately, unless someone was there that can actually come forward and definitively say what had actually happened to him, we can't say for certain. But at the request of Otto's family, an autopsy was not performed, and only a post-mortem external examination was conducted. Doctors speculated that the cause of death could have been a blood clot, pneumonia, sepsis, or kidney failure. Sleeping pills could have caused him to stop breathing if he had botulism and was paralysed from it. The University of Cincinnati doctors found no evidence of botulism, but several neurologists said that botulism could still be a main cause of Otto's condition, given how long it took for him to return to the US. GQ journalist Doug Bock-Clark, what a name, suggested that Otto... Doug Bock-Clark.
Clark, right, okay.
Suggested that Otto may have attempted suicide, which again makes sense if he's not had any oxygen to the brain, sometime after his sentencing, as if it was by hanging or other ways of asphyxiation. The US coroner who examined Warmbier's body after his death said that Otto showed no signs of torture. So, again, do with that as you will. A funeral for Otto was held on June 22nd, 2017 at Wyoming High School. More than 2,500 mourners attended. He was buried at Oak Hill Cemetery in Glendale, Ohio, and students tied ribbons on every tree and pole along the 3-mile route taken by the funeral procession from the high school to the cemetery. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the very unfortunate story of Otto Warmbier.
That's quite the fucking tale, Jesus Christ.
Very morbid, really
I
sad.
didn't read that much into it. I just read like the highlights, like, oh, you went to Korea, vegetated, died. That's it.
His parents fought long and fucking hard for him to just get back to America. Like, the amount of times that they were on interviews on TV, in the newspaper, anything, like everything and anything that they could think of, they were there. They were doing it.
See, so the thing that ends up striking is that a lot of the theories that they like, and again, like I'm not pushing anything.
No,
we're just going over what you've said here and the severe lack of evidence for anything that could have suggested anything. Basically, there's a lot of people seem to, as you've said, say attempted suicide, but from what you've said, there's no evidence of any neck trauma, for example, because if it was through asphyxiation, there would be some sort of mark, anything, or just some sort of tissue damage there. And then we go into the electrocution style thing. Electrocution itself, based on the foot marking, does leave some sort of mark behind. To answer Jess's question about a lobotomy, lobotomies traditionally
go through the eye,
through hair. And so if there could have been a lobotomy or anything like that, there should have been some sort of fracture to the skull when they examined his body. Anything, or like or anything, just some sort of marking to indicate as such. There's no such thing as like a surgery or anything like that can be done without leaving a mark. And like there's scar removal cream, I guess, but that takes forever to take effect. We're talking like 6-7 months kind of minimum. So it's a bit of a weird one, because identifying the cause of what exactly caused his vegetation, and like there's psychological reasoning for that happening as well. Like okay, there's the prisons around the world aren't exactly the best, right?
No.
And some people react to going to prison differently. Some people, go down the the crazy route, or some people go down the, isolation into their own little bubble kind of route. And some people do experience a sort of mentally overwhelming set of trauma that occurs when they do go to prison. I don't know that any has really occurred that puts them into a vegetative state, but this serves to state that there's multiple different things that could have happened to him.
There is.
It's just what presents itself as actual tangible evidence for what actually happened.
It's got to be hard for his parents, because there's no real closure there. They don't really know what happened to him.
So part of me feels like if they knew what happened, they would have felt, at the very least, like just a little bit like they could do something with that, whether it be like their little, protesting against the American or North Korean government or anything, whatever. But at the very least, knowing the cause of his death is better than knowing nothing.
Exactly. From what I understand now, his parents were awarded $240,000 from North Korea.
It's a lot of money, Jesus.
And I do believe that they have started up some sort of corporation against North Korea. So
I can imagine they would. Like, there's nothing but rage there at that point, isn't there?
Yeah,
so
that's it.
From their perspective, what's happened is he's gone to North Korea, and solely from their perspective, what's happened is he's gone there. He was under their care, their government care at that point.
Yeah.
So anything that happened to him there, the onus is on them, regardless of anything.
And, I mean, we know the relationship between North Korea and anyone, really. I can't imagine Americans are really welcomed there. So
No, not unless you're like a political like leader and you're trying to discuss something that
Well,
would
even
benefit
then-
the country a little bit.
even then, I
Like-
think it's a bit iffy. But that's why
Yeah,
you have companies like where he travelled through that say places that your mother wouldn't approve of.
Dude, what a fucking slogan, right? Good lord, his mother was right.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
idiot.
But-
what an idiot slogan that ended up being.
My big thing that really resonates with me is that they don't really even have 100% proof that the crime was committed by Otto. That's what I
Yeah.
don't get.
Yeah,
How
so
they
there's-
could convict somebody that they have very little evidence on.
Well, I mean, you know, people have like escaped in air quotes North Korea, like I guess, and when they talk about like the just how things operate there, usually I'm quite surprised. Like just as to how everything really works. Because a lot of people go on interview when they like escape North Korea and they talk about like how life is there, and life isn't great. You know what I mean? Like it costs a lot to be there. It costs like money that people aren't allowed to make. There's a set of haircuts that are approved by the government, and
Yeah.
only Kim Jong Un is allowed to have his own haircut, and you know whatever.
Well, that's it. Like I said, the government has their fingers in a lot of pies there, so it's very hard for me to believe that Kim didn't know that they had detained Otto and he was serving out a 15-year sentence.
Because there is a bit of a transparency policy there. So like regardless of country, even like the one thing every government has their hands on when it comes to prisons is who's there. Like there's a record, there's a paper trail always. Nothing else, right? Go to America, you'll find the same thing. USA, India, wherever you go, the prisons have a paper trail, right? So you'll know who's entered, who's left, and why they're there.
Yeah.
So it is that part is difficult to believe that at the very least there wasn't a real paper trail that he had his hands on. Because I can imagine at that meeting he didn't pull out any documentation of the prison sentencing or anything like that. So that part is difficult to swallow from just an official sort of professional standpoint.
Yeah.
Like what happened there? Like how would you not have any documentation of this person you've put into one of your prisons, much less that he's from abroad as well?
Yeah, exactly. That would stand
So-
out red flag already because he's not a North Korean citizen.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're taking a non-North Korean citizen and you're putting them into your prison, that's a big deal because they're on your soil, and one, they have a connection back to their country, so they have to go back eventually.
Yeah.
Because lawfully, there's like visa requirements, there's all kinds of shit, right? That messes even with a prison sentence as to how long someone can stay there.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, prison to prison transfer basically would have been the preferable outcome in that regard, but it just never happened. So like I haven't read much on like the prison system in North Korea because there isn't a whole lot of documentation on how it operates really.
That's why a
So-
lot of this is speculation and everything, because it's so locked down. I can't find anything really. No one wants to talk about
Yeah.
it.
You know what they have though? They have a funny calendar system. If you want to hear about that.
Yes, please enlighten us.
Like this is on record. This isn't just from North Korean people who have defected. Like North Korea have openly said that this is their calendar system. So it's a little funny. So there's this guy called Kim Jong Il, who was like the first leader of the new North Korea, basically, right? And he was born 113 years ago, and that's called the Day of the Sun, right? When he
Okay.
was born. And so what they've done, which just makes me chuckle a little bit, is that they've taken like the Bible
Yes.
and applied it to Kim Jong Il as like this prophet that came to life, and
Okay.
you know he was born from a volcano, came to life, and suddenly this country started to exist. To North Korea, like for us, we're on the year 2023 Anno Domini, right? Which is, there's no before Christ, there's no Gregorian system going on here. For North Korea, as far as their citizens are concerned, this country, this planet, has existed for no longer than 113 years. It is
Okay.
it is
Wow.
nuts, and it's based on when Kim Jong Il was born, right?
Mm-hmm.
As being the guy who brought the world to life, did all of this shit, and anybody who's in leadership now is like a descendant of this godhood, and all of this shit is based on the Kim family and how they're like the supreme entities of this world, and this is why they have so much power, so much wealth, and all that sort of stuff, because they're entitled to it due to the fact that they brought the world to life. And I'm just like, I was reading that and I was like, this is the weirdest calendar system I think I've ever seen in my life, because there's 4 calendar systems in total,
Right.
but all of them do indicate a time before man, right? Which is why we have stuff like scientific discovery on like architecture and anthropology and archaeology, right? All of it does, like the Mesopotamian and the Sumerian calendars work around the clock of the end of the world, which was said to be 2022, and nothing else. Anything after that is world
Whole new. Wow.
Right?
We made it.
But, yeah, exactly. But it's still regardless acknowledges a large span of time, right?
Yes.
North Korea's one doesn't. It spans literally a century, and it's fucking immense. I'm just like, okay, cool, nice. But then what do you tell people about South Korea? And then South Korea is not acknowledged in the country at all, except by the supreme leaders who know better.
Yeah.
Right? And obviously, to some extent, the army system that's there, because North Korea versus South Korea has been a thing in the past. But
Yes.
it's currently not a thing.
Nice.
So it's weird. It's weird out there, and so there's not much that can be investigated because of just how differently everything operates out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's it. They're their own separate entity, aren't they? They don't have anything to do with us, and we don't have very much to do with them, and that's that. Unless it comes to like warfare.
Yeah, they consider themselves to be a sovereign state, so it's like they are their own independent country regardless of anything, and so it's come up as that, and it's not the citizens that indicate that either.
No.
It's the leadership that push that envelope.
Yeah.
So whatever they do, the stands and hands as whatever it is, and so the propaganda posters that are handed out there aren't necessarily like just standard propaganda that you'd get like from war times or peace. They're things to indicate that whoever's in charge is currently God, right? So it's a strange place.
Yeah.
It's a strange place to say the least.
Yeah.
And I was just reading up on the history of it the other day, and I was just like, dude, what is happening? What is this place?
Yeah, I fell down a rabbit hole doing the research for this, and holy shit, like I've watched a few videos on like ex-North Korean spies doing like interviews and stuff, and they're just like, it's a whole different level of lockdown,
Yeah, it's a whole other thing. Like,
it's like living in an Amish community and coming into normal society, I should say.
Yeah, but like the Amish don't. So the Amish at this point haven't like eliminated the idea of other countries existing. They haven't. They acknowledge that things exist outside of them. Realm.
Yeah.
Right? North Korea did not. Like, to North Korean citizens, the world is North Korea. So when people escape and all that sort of stuff, can you imagine how mind blown they are?
Yeah, it's a big mind fucked. Like, what? Like, I mean, just like you said, the calendar system works completely different. So they'd be like, what? 2023? Where the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's not the year 113. You know what I mean? That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
It's just like,
and you can have your hair however the fuck you want.
can have a friggin' mohawk if you want.
I mean, we have mullets here. Mullets are our hairstyle in Australia. Take that.
Hang on. Look at this. I got told the other day that I have a mullet. Is this true?
No, it's party in the back, business in the front. You've just party all over the place.
Well, yeah, I like my little afro look at the moment.
Yeah, see? The afro. It's sexy. It's a good look. Valtteri Bottas has a mullet. He is
Who the fuck?
Oh
is
my
Bottas?
god. He is a Formula 1 driver. He's my favourite Formula 1 driver.
Here we go.
Let me just show you all the photo.
Talk once again.
Yeah, because they're in Japan this weekend, so let me just show you.
Don't help him, Opie.
Let me just show you his sick mullet.
Don't help. Do not help Spook Central.
Look at that sick mullet.
To embarrass me. Her whole existence since meeting her has been to embarrass me by saying dumb
Sick
things.
mullet.
No.
Sick as mullet.
Wait, what? I didn't see.
There. It's on you. Yeah, he's got a sick mustache too.
That is a pretty epic mustache. I'll give
Yeah.
that. That's cool.
He's a very cool dude. So he's dating an Australian. And we've just adopted him as our own.
Dating an Australian, huh?
Yeah, Tiffany Cromwell. She's a professional cyclist.
It's a shame that Australian isn't called Spook Central Station, huh?
Mm.
Oh,
Right.
Sad day for you.
Nah, I've got a beefcake for a husband.
This is true. I am jealous. I'm envious of the beefcake you possess, and the fact that he knows so many children's books.
Yeah, let me show you. Surely you've seen Bluey before.
I've never seen Bluey.
Bluey. You've never heard of Bluey before?
No, we had a red dog called Clifford.
Yeah, Clifford the Red. Okay, yeah. Yep. I loved Clifford. I have a little book. I think I've brought it here, actually. I think I have it for Bella, but,
Is it this guy? Hold on.
I can't see it.
Yeah, just wait for my phone. Let me just...
Well, she's a girl.
I need to get a new camera.
I
I need to get a new webcam, clearly. Fuck. That's not happening till December, though.
She's a girl. But they are a very cute cartoon dog family. The dad's name is Bandit. They're blue heelers.
Okay, but was there ever like a Bluey Clifford crossover?
No.
Oh,
not yet. Not yet. Give it time. There's only like 3 seasons of Bluey, so.
Let me check something. Let me see if this exists. Hang on, give me a minute.
Give it time. Didn't Clifford just come out with a new movie or something? I'm pretty sure there was a movie of Clifford.
Dude, how am I supposed to know? Like,
well, you're the one talking about Clifford. I just thought because you were faffing on about him.
Oh no, it does exist.
No. What, the crossover?
No, there's a
movie.
There's a Bluey. No, there's a Bluey and Clifford fan fiction.
Oh God! Why did you look for that? Yeah, look.
Curious.
Look at this. Look. See?
Didn't I tell you Twitch has broken me?
Clifford the Big Red Dog. There was a movie that was brought out recently.
Oh, that's gross. What is that?
Yeah, I know, right?
Why is Clifford so large? Why is Clifford such a chunk?
Clifford, he's the big red dog. He's always been that big.
I know he's a big red dog, but usually he looks all animated and
cute.
And shit. He's not supposed to be photorealistic.
No, they made a live version. Live action.
If that came after me, I'd run.
Right? It's not.
Also, Blue's Clues. I remember Blue's Clues.
Oh yeah, Blue's Clues. Yeah. See, this is normally Clifford. That's the normal Clifford that I'm used to.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is. What a good boy. Yeah, what a good boy.
Boy, he doesn't look anything like Zeb, but
no, he doesn't.
Boy,
Zeb's small. He could just yawn.
Zeb in the crime scenes.
He could yawn and Zebby would disappear.
Yeah, this is true. Fucking full suction right there.
It's
Good
only small. Speaking of live
Lord. Yeah, I know
actions,
Tea-Tiny.
have you watched the live action One Piece yet?
I'm gonna follow that with a question. Are you ready?
Mm.
Have you watched live action The Last of Us yet?
Yeah.
Fully?
Yeah.
Why? We're meant to be making a video.
Okay, listen. I have to rewatch it again. I told you I had to rewatch it. I've already seen it once.
So you haven't watched it again?
I have to rewatch it again. I've seen
I
it.
have not watched.
Thanks,
I have not watched
Moby.
live action
Yes,
movies.
yes. You need to watch it. Okay, listen. It does go through the arcs very quickly. So
Yeah, I know. I watched a clip of the walk to Arlong Park and I was disappointed.
but you get their backstory of the characters. And
Yeah,
can I just say, how fucking hot are all of them? Oh my god.
I haven't really looked at them.
They did very, very well with the casting for
I have a
the Straw
question,
Hat.
though. What's the theme? I have a question. What's the theme song?
Not their rap.
No, there's no 4Kids rap. No?
There's no 4Kids rap.
Fucking 0 out of 10, then.
I know. My heart is
0 out of 10,
broken.
0 out of 10. Fuck this series. It can go to hell.
Yayo.
There needs to be some yayo action at some point. Otherwise, I'm not watching it. Sorry.
Dreamin'.
And you know what else there has to be? There has to
Don't
be
give it
those,
up,
like,
Luffy.
there has to be the edited guns, which are basically cork guns, which they use for threatening, and then there has to be that weird contraption of a thing that
Sanji has to be sucking on a lollipop at all times, not a cigarette.
Has to be sucking on a lollipop. Whoever's giving him a cigarette is wrong. He needs a lollipop, and he needs to have that weird, that weird voice he has. The.
Okay, listen. Sanji's my favourite. He's always been my favourite. When I was watching...
Do you know whose voice actor was actually good in the 4Kids?
Zoro's.
Do you know why?
Because it's the same voice that does Piccolo in Dragon Ball.
No, in 4Kids, not Funimation.
Oh. Well...
You know who voiced him in the 4Kids dub?
Nah.
Have you ever seen an anime called Berserk? Okay, there's a guy called Guts, right? And
Okay.
That anime is fucked up beyond belief. It really is. Like, the opening scene, right, is this man's girlfriend getting essayed by a freaking demon on screen, right? And
Trigger warning, friends.
Yeah, trigger warning. Sorry, right? And the guy who voices him in the English dub voices Zoro in the 4Kids dub.
I see.
For fucking One Piece. And do you know how much that blew my mind when I heard it as an adult? Because as a kid, I didn't know.
No, of course not.
As an adult, when I heard that, I was like, Guts? What the fuck? And it's just, that blew my mind. That blew my mind so badly. I was just like, what are you doing in such a friendly place right now? Like,
Dreamin',
this isn't right.
Don't give it up, Luffy.
Yeah,
Dreamin', don't give it up, Zoro. Dreamin', don't give it up, Name. Dreamin', don't give it up, give it up. Zolo, sorry.
It's Zolo, get it right. It's Zolo, okay? Zolo, because they didn't understand how the language worked.
No, I haven't figured it out, even though he's a swordsman.
I'm on Netflix now, Hunter. I'm gonna set it to my fucking bookmark. Do I have to watch this?
Yes, please. And then we can talk about it. We can take it and we can unravel it.
What, like do an episode on it? Is that what you're saying?
Sure. Moby and Reef are in for that.
Moby and fucking Reef have been telling me to watch One Piece since it came out. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, well, I asked you about it the other day, and you were like, "Oh no, what did I see?"
Look, I feel like you're upset.
Look, I am a little, because I wanted to get your opinion as my best friend on Discord. I wanted to get your opinion on the show, and you haven't watched it, which made me feel really sad, because I was actually genuinely interested in what you would say about it.
Would you like to know what I've been doing instead?
Ugh. I can use my imagination, mate.
Yeah, rubber. But no, I've been working on some 3D models for Reef, and I've been playing Gundam Breaker because that's a fun game.
Telling people how gravity works. Good one, maybe.
Yeah, and telling people how gravity works. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, fine, okay.
You've been a busy boy. I get it. Don't worry. I understand. However, when you do have some time, I suggest watching the live action One Piece.
One Piece. Can I ask you one question?
Sure.
How is Usopp?
He's not as annoying as the cartoon. He doesn't have a big nose either. Yeah, I know. They really dialed him back. He doesn't speak like Usopp. He's not annoying like Usopp.
Oh wow.
He's sort of settled. Like he's still definitely like, look at me, I'm King Dick. But he is not nowhere near as annoying as the cartoon Usopp.
I can't believe you hate Usopp so much.
I fucking hate Usopp so much. He's so annoying. The voice, annoying. His attitude, annoying. It's only until like well into it where it becomes that super cool masked man that he actually gets okay.
Wait, did you watch the dub or the sub?
The dub.
Okay, so do you know who voices Usopp?
Nah.
Krillin.
Fuck that guy. Person.
Krillin voices him.
Whoever that is needs to just stick to one thing, and that's Krillin.
Stick to a bald dwarf, yeah.
Just, stick to what you're good at. Do you know who's really good? Buggy. I really like Buggy in the live action. And I'll say it, he's kind of hot. Kind of gave me some weird feels.
I already know you have a thing for clowns. I'm aware. It's all good.
Wolfie's not a
I have a
clown.
thing. Excuse me?
He's a wolf.
Yeah, he's just a clown that goes, "Ooh, well done. Congratulations for
Oh.
pointing that out, friend." Ooh, Buggy. Alright, fine. I'll add One Piece to the list. I haven't watched a lot of series recently. I should be watching some stuff. What I want to do more than anything, though, at some point, is a Studio Ghibli marathon because the whole thing is on Netflix.
Yes.
And I love, like, to death. I love Studio Ghibli. Like, I grew up on all of those films.
Yeah.
So it's just like Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke. Like, I want to get all of that. Like, just rewatch it all in one sitting. Might do that in on my holiday, actually.
Good plan.
But we'll see. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
And then you have to watch The Last of Us so that I can finally get a script together. And then you what? What the fuck? Is that Arlong?
No. That's the middle one. Yeah, and the top is Arlong.
Oh boy. This is hard to look at. Oh my. What is happening? Who I don't know who that's meant to be. That's the problem. Is that meant to be the octopus guy?
No, that's Hachi. No, this is Chew.
Oh, that's the one who's like Chew.
Yeah. That's this guy.
Yeah.
Fucking lip man.
He went up against Sanji and lost. What a guy.
Yeah, what a guy.
You know what I found out the other day? Sanji has the same birthday as me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's same birthday and everything. It was like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's so clearly I'm your favorite.
No.
Bastard.
I do like Sanji though. Sanji is my favourite. Closely followed by Luffy and Zoro. Sorry, Zolo.
Thing is, all the characters in like even like the evil characters in One Piece are very likable. That's the problem.
Oh yeah.
Like like I like Arlong, I like Buggy. Okay, I like these people. I don't know why, but I just enjoy when they're like. So even in the Four Kids, dub, Arlong was a massive racist. Like he was as racist as they come. Like I think he used to like his whole line in the Four Kids dub when he threw his pressure bubbles at people was, "What's the difference between you and me? Our species." And he's like, "You dumb human," and he just fucking beat down on people in a less violent way because this is the Four Kids dub.
Yeah.
And but he was still so racist. It was amazing. Like I'm surprised they kept that. I thought they would have kept it like, oh, we're just, we just want people to stop fishing or some shit, like just something dumb like that, right?
Yeah, they had to keep it.
He is fully racist in the Four Kids dub too. I was just like, dude.
We're up to in the cartoon. We're up to where, spoiler alert, guys. If you're actually watching it and you don't want it spoiled, maybe just tune out. We're up to where Luffy goes and tries to save Ace.
That's where you are. Do you know where I am?
And all of the old characters are coming out. So you've got Buggy. And you've got
the fucking Impel Down arc.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So you've got Buggy back, which I'm so happy about because I did like Buggy. You got Buggy back.
That has one of the best lines ever. Like, so there's this bit, right? Look, like you've seen it, right? You've seen what's happening, what Luffy's doing.
Yeah, so they're at the point where they took down the troll, that big troll guy that was with Whitebeard. And they were using the troll to get up to Ace.
They have the best line about Luffy in this entire thing. And they're like, you know what Luffy's most dangerous ability is? And the Navy's like, that he's rubber? Or like, that he does this or does that? He goes, no, it's that he can literally turn his enemies into friends, and that's a problem.
We literally watched that last night when they said that. That is like scary. Like he's like think about how much Buggy hated this kid, and think about how much Crocodile hated. this kid, number 3.
Right?
They
just have to like, yeah, okay, cool. But we have a common enemy now. Let's fuck them up.
Yeah, and they all are. Like it's fucking insane.
And I love Buggy's entire fucking attitude in that thing because Buggy thinks he's the best pirate ever, right?
Yeah, and he's got all these followers because everything seems to happen in his favour when he doesn't even mean to do it on purpose.
Right, it's so fucking amazing. Like, the thing I love about Buggy is that he's basically Frieza, right? Frieza was just like a clown. Like, if Frieza was a clown, he'd be him. And it was just like, I was just watching the arc and Buggy was like, yo, Buggy's back! And I'm just like... Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're back. I'm so proud of you right now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Hang on, let me read the chat.
Crazy.
You really need to watch it before season 2. Yeah, I'll watch it, don't worry. Oh, fun fact. Oda has a project going since volume 80 where he wants a character for every day of that year to have a birthday. So every fan of the birthday has being the same one as one character. Yeah, that's me. Sanji. And Sanji cooks and I cook, so that was clearly intentional.
No.
Racism is the whole story about the... Yeah, true. I feel so behind on these shows that are. I'm excited to see Miss Shetty and Mr. Polishetti at the theatre. I will never get to watch that because they don't do that here. They only do the most popular shit, like Les Mis and Lion King and all that sort of stuff. So, you should watch Les Mis in theatre, Spook.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you why. There's this one bit that will make you laugh that happens in every production, right? So Jean Valjean is like, admitting that he's a criminal and all that sort of shit. And they got rid of the song in the live action and they got rid of the scene in the live action. But what he does is prisoner 21350, I think is his prisoner number, maybe, right? Bad with numbers, don't ask me. But he gets his shirt because it's branded on his chest. And he's like, and he rips his shirt off and he's like, am I your man? I'm just imagining how pissed off you would be if that was Hugh Jackman doing it.
Oh, fuck off. Actually, speaking of Hugh Jackman, to add to the shit list,
Here we go.
he and his wife of like 15 fucking years or some stupid amount of number have just gotten divorced, separated.
Doesn't he have skin cancer, Swook?
I don't care. I don't know. I guess 27 years. 27 years they were married and they're getting separated because she's finally figured out that he is a piece of trash. It's taken her 27 years, the poor daft cow.
Wow.
Anyway, back to One Piece. Yes, Reef, you are correct. Absolutely correct. Sanji is hot. And you will love Buggy in the live action. Now, secondly, back to One Piece. Can we just talk about how real Bon Clay is? Because that fucking friendship is truly something else.
Yeah, you know it.
Something else. He annoys the shit out of me, but amazing.
That is a real friendship right there.
That is a real...
That is not come up the ass right there, man. Like 100%.
Yeah, nah. Insane.
Do you know what I miss from One Piece, though?
Mm.
So when they switched to their new animation style, specifically like after the time skip, because I'm imagining there's a time skip.
I do know that there's a time skip. Yes, I'm aware.
They get rid of this one tune from One Piece after that, which annoys me because it like signified whenever anything big was happening. It was called Overtaken, and it was like dun, dun, dun.
Oh yeah, yeah. Dun dun dun.
They fully get rid of the time skip, and I'm just like, I was like, that's when you know shit is getting real. Why would you get rid of that? That's when you know
I love that. Yeah, I love that music. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
And it's just like, they're just walking and they're like, which ones are long? And I'm just like, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's pissed. Like, he is pissed. Like, we know he's pissed. And you know who my least favorite character in the Four Kids was? Hawkeye Mihawk.
Oh,
because he sucked in that dub. But in the actual One Piece, because look, so there's this scene right in the early arcs, like the East Blue arc, right?
Mm.
And Mihawk goes to find Shanks because obviously they know each other, right?
Yeah.
And in the Four Kids dub, they cut it off. So he goes and he says, "Oh, look, here's a poster of like Luffy. I thought you might like to see it." And sinisterly, Shanks says, "Now that you've come here, I can't just let you leave." And it cuts off the episode there. But obviously, in actual One Piece, when he says, "I can't let you leave," they have an entire drinking party.
Oh.
like that's what he meant by he can't let him leave. So I was just when I saw that for the first time, I was like, yeah, Hawkeye's like one of my favorites now because he just got wasted with this random pirate on a random island over a poster of someone he used to know once upon a time. like, I'm so proud of that kid. I hate like seeing the differences between Four Kids and fucking and like the real deal. Like it's nuts. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, you should watch the Four Kids dub and do a review.
Oh, I think. God, no. Imagine I'd be singing the rap every time.
Why don't we do that at some point? Let's do Four Kids versus Real Deal. We'll watch the arcs that the Four Kids one stops.
God.
I think it stops I think the Four Kids one stops when Crocodile's beaten. I think, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I think it does stop there. So we have the Crocodile arc.
I remember getting up to, because I used to watch it before I would go to school, and I remember watching when Chopper's whole backstory and him coming into the crew, and then I think I stopped watching it, but I think they just repeated it again after that, and then I stopped watching it.
Chopper's story in the Four Kids dub is so dumb, but like, cause like in the fucking show, in the actual thing, like I cried at Chopper's story because Chopper's story was sad. Full on.
Yeah.
Like I cried like a bitch watching that when I watched real One Piece. Like it's just so hard to watch. Like this happened to somebody who just wants to take care of people.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Sad.
Yeah.
But in the Four Kids, In the 4Kids dub, none of that happens.
No.
In the 4Kids dub, what happened was the guy, the doctor, I forgot his name. The fucking with the cross, right?
Mm.
Him. He goes on an expedition.
And then that
Goes,
just
and
disappears.
He's currently
Gone.
traveling the world, and Chopper misses him.
Yeah,
That's it.
he's gone.
That's what's happening in the 4Kids dub, and I'm just like,
Bye-bye. No.
Meanwhile,
It was okay.
the real deal.
It was a real culture shock watching it again because I watched it again when Sam was getting into it.
Yeah.
I thought my baby was crying, but I think there's cats fighting outside. I watched it again when Sam was getting into it, so I've got them on DVD, and they're the Funimation ones. And it was a real shock because you get further into these stories than what they showed when I was a kid. So I was like, I don't remember this. What is happening? This is awful.
Yeah, like I remember watching when they broke Chopper's leg and he was walking, and it was all the sad part was the saddest part about all of this was that the reason Chopper had his leg broken by everybody and why he was getting all ousted and shit was because he read a medical book and he found a mushroom, apparently, I think, right? That he was going to give the doctor to cure his disease. Because the doctor told him he was dying. All of that because he wanted to keep the doctor alive. I was like, oh my god, please stop. Please stop. This is too hard to happen right now. I can't watch this. And then he had this belief. The doctor had a good belief. It was like just experiencing the beauty of the world is enough to uplift a spirit, right? And for him, what exemplified that the most was sakura trees, right? So his final gambit to try and bring hope to the town was essentially a firework that looked like a giant sakura tree. In the 4Kids dub, that's an attack, right? That's an attack, and its hue is changed to red, I think, right?
Yeah.
And it hurts Luffy for some reason. They've chopped up the episodes. No pun intended, but they Tony chop it. Right.
Yeah.
Right, and they put that in as an attack to attack Luffy when they fight the final villain of that arc, right? And he's watching it, right? And as a kid, you're like, oh, that looks kind of cool. That's like a massive attack. But in the real deal, they fire this firework as like a goodbye to Luffy and Chopper cries his eyes out, realizing that the Doctor's dream has been made true and everybody's heart is filled and all that shit. And it's a shock.
The fucking rose blossom and all, what was that? The cherry blossom tree and all of that shit. Yeah, that hits you in the feels. It really hits you in the feels.
But it's an attack in 4Kids. It's an attack in 4Kids.
Just to go back to what Moby said, Taz Miller does all of his own stunts, the guy that plays Sanji in the
so is he
live
Jackie
action.
Chan in the future then?
He's sick.
Is
he is
future Jackie Chan?
Hot as hell, and he is very good.
Can we just also talk about how blessed the human race is to have Jackie Chan? Fuck.
Yeah, we are pretty. Yeah. I think we take that for granted sometimes. So let's just take a moment to appreciate.
We really do. Jackie Chan. Let's just appreciate Jackie Chan for a second.
Take a moment to appreciate Jackie Chan.
But the thing I'm doing this weekend is I'm watching some of his old kung fu films. I'm starting with City Hunter. You should, all seriousness, if you like Jackie Chan, watch City Hunter.
Or you could pause that and watch One Piece.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It's
coming up. It's coming up again. Come on, it's only 8 episodes or 10 episodes or something. They go super quick. It's on the book.
But okay, but you have to watch something in return then. I think that's fair.
Well.
No? Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
What's on? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Is it a movie? If it's a movie, I'll be able to fit it in.
Yeah, it's going to be a film. You have to watch.
Thanks, Reef. Yeah, I'll just watch One Piece again. Yeah, I'll just watch it along with you, and then we can exchange notes. Done.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Thanks.
Because
Thanks, Reef.
if I really wanted to be mean, I could make you watch a K-drama.
I mean, that'll be fine. I just won't understand what's happening because.
No. First of all, they'll have English subtitles, so fuck off. Secondly,
Fuck off.
I'm not gonna make you watch one of the darker ones like The Glory, which is fucking dark. Like really, if you thought Squid Game was dark, The Glory is okay.
Actually, going back to what you were saying about the Studio Ghibli movies, how fucking sad is The Grave of the Fireflies?
Oh.
The fuck is that? That was depressing as shit.
Oh. Can we? Oh.
It's like a punch in the gut and the face at the same time. Also, who thinks Squid Game is dark? Because it's not really that dark. It's
Oh.
yeah, I'm with you, Reef and Moby. I will never watch that film ever again.
So
That hurt.
There's a few movies that go into that realm. There's a few things that go into that realm, right? There's two that I remember vividly. One of them is Grave of the Fireflies, which, for me, indicates the hardship of it most of all, as well as just like the sad story between the brothers is just like too much for me, right? But,
yeah, the feels. It's too much. They're supposed to be. You're supposed to watch them and go, "Oh, what a beautiful film."
But do you know? I think there is one that expresses the gore of nuclear warfare a bit better. It's called Barefoot Gen. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Okay, so when the bomb dropped on Nagasaki, a lot of people didn't die necessarily. They were kind of like zombified in a way, right? Like they were melting, like in real time, and trying to walk around and trying to help themselves. And Barefoot Gen has 5 scenes where that happens. The first scene isn't so bad, but like the other 4 scenes are like nightmare inducing for like a lot of people. Like me, I'm fine because I
You're desensitized, yeah.
As you've seen from your initial demands that I play the horror games that scare you. But, they show that in a lot of detail, but Grave of the Fireflies definitely handles the emotion of it a lot better. And that movie, like, I watched that when I was around 14 years old, and wow. I was just thinking about it. Fucking
yeah, exactly. It's like a punch in the guts.
It fucking hurts.
It does.
Really fucking hurts.
It really does. I thought, because Sam and I watched it because we went through a stage of watching all of the Studio Ghibli. So we had Spirit Away, we had the other ones that I can't think of, My Neighbor Totoro, all those cute ones. There was even one.
Adorable.
There was even that one with the raccoons and their balls or something. I don't know. That was pretty cute too. But we were like, okay, the Grave of the Fireflies sounds pretty depresso, but we were like, whatever. The rest of them are pretty cute, pretty interesting. So we watched it, and it was, here, you come here and talk about it. Grave of the Fireflies. Talk about how sad that made you feel. How that made you feel like you were kicked in the guts.
Can we talk about how
I
he's
really
also playing
enjoyed
with his
it.
nipple,
And thought it
please?
was very
He's playing with his
profound.
nipple. Stop playing with your nip. Why is your shirt so dirty? Actually,
I've been sick.
But yeah, no, your opinion, Sam, on Grave of the Fireflies, please.
your opinion, Sam, on Grave of the Fireflies, please.
Said I quite enjoyed it and thought it was very profound.
It was very profound.
He's also not a very good person.
Do you like News HyperX microphone?
Yeah, it's orange.
I knew exactly.
It's actually red.
Oh, it's red. We were talking about One Piece before.
Uno Pizzo.
Uno Pizzo. And about
Watch it for fuck's sake, okay?
about how he needs to watch the live action because he hasn't watched it yet.
Yeah, you should probably get on that, bro.
Bruh.
I know, I keep getting shit about it, Sam, okay? I'll watch it, okay?
Next episode of this, we're going to talk about children's books and you're going to join us as a guest.
Children's books.
Yeah. since you know everything about the Hungry Caterpillar
I
and
wrote
Bluey.
a children's poem once.
Oh, is this about the dog?
No, that was the whole story, but we
The
can
blue.
touch on
Are we
that too.
Are we going?
The dog
back
was
into the
only
dog
one
moment?
part of the story.
There was a really depressing story that Sam wrote when he was doing his, what was it? Your writing degree. Tell that little bit. Tell that little part of it.
I don't have the story.
Oh God, it was about this kid who had nobody in his life except for his best friend, and it was a dog. And
Oh no! Did the dog die?
this kid got so buff and strong, but he had nobody, you know, he had no friends. So he'd managed to get so buff and strong because he worked on himself every day, to the day where he threw a frisbee and his dog went to catch it and decapitated himself.
It was so powerful, it was like a razor blade. Straight through, out the back of the head.
What?
Yeah.
Tragic.
Frisbees are
Really
plastic.
tragic.
What do you mean?
Frisbees are plastic, what do you mean is what he said.
Who's Reef the Leaf?
That's Reef.
No, can we talk
That's
about
the
this frisbee?
raccoons.
Frisbees don't have razors either. Frisbees typically have
nutsacks.
a blunt. Well, how do a blunt object cut clean? What?
Yep. Awful.
There's something wrong with the physics of that situation.
There's something wrong with him and his brain.
No, I like Sam's brain. When it's the more demented it is, the better. But like, the physics of that is a bit broken. I think I feel like it would have made more sense if it was like a chakram that he threw or something. I don't know.
No.
Is
No.
anyone here? Is it?
It's just new as my.
No one in the
Yes, there is. Reef and Moby and Vex is here.
Moby Dick.
No, Moby. She's a lady. Sabrina.
Uh-oh.
JRPG.
Why are you doxing people, Spook? What's wrong with you?
Doxing anyone.
You've
And
doxed me like
Jess.
6 times.
Jess is still here.
But don't tell them.
You've doxed
about
me like
the
6
story.
times today.
Didn't dox anyone. Dox you. No, he didn't.
Yeah. He totally did, Ruth. He did. He totally did. He said
alright.
Moby Dick.
He's talking about new.
No, he's talking about you because you insulted Moby. Say sorry.
Insult Moby.
Not you. Oh God, this is confusing. Okay, you bugger off.
No, Sam stays. I like the confusion.
No, you're saying nasty things about my Moby. Oh,
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, he gave you a caterpillar.
yeah, I've got a caterpillar.
Oh, that's adorable. Look at him. He's so high as a hungry boy.
He's a hungry boy. Munch, 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 munch.
And no, Vex, go away. No, we're not doing that. And yeah, chaos is fun. Yeah, we love chaos. But no more. No more postcards. No. Stop selling me like merchandise, man. Fucking hell. I'm not merchandise. I'm like the opposite of what people want. Okay, but fine. I'll watch One Piece. I'm adding it to my list now.
Good boy. All right. Well, what can I watch in exchange, and then we'll close this up because it's getting to 2 hours. So we're getting to time. What should I watch in exchange?
Let's see.
The Last of Us.
Well, yeah, you could do that, and maybe we could fucking
do
a
our
video on that
project that we've been talking about for months. Yeah.
That would be nice. I'm like holding off everything to do that at the moment. I'm like 7 months since my last video.
Okay, I'm sorry. I will watch that. Watch the first episode of that tomorrow.
Okay, cool. That's fine. No worries. Good shit. Okay.
But yeah.
You in return.
Got it. Gotcha.
You can watch The Happening.
The Happening. The Happy Haps.
The Happening, yeah, because you're so hip and happening, you can watch The Happening.
I am hip and happening. The Happening.
Starring none other than Mark Wahlberg.
Got Zoe Deschanel in it.
You know, Vex, I don't hate the gameplay, I just don't like the narrative very much. It's very poorly paced, but... I mean, contrary to what people think about Abby, Abby's a fun character to play because she just beats things down in one punch. Like, it's amazing.
Oh.
But... So, she's like a muscle... She's like that muscle guy that you were talking about just now who threw a frisbee.
Oh.
Decapitated his dog. You know?
Sam
Abby's just like that.
is awful. I thought, oh, what a nice story. Like, I mean, it's sad because this guy didn't have any friends and he had this dog. He had his best friend, you know, dog's best friend. Man's best friend, sorry.
Dog's best friend, got you.
Dog's best friend, man's best friend, same thing. And,
Okay.
and I was like, oh, this is nice, this is nice, this is nice. And then it was like, he got so strong and his, you know, muscles, biceps out the he's a sort of situation. And then it was, so one day he decided to play, his name was like Timmy or Jimmy or something like that. And decided to play a game of frisbee with his best friend, who's always there for him, always there for a, you know, shoulder to cry on. Throws his frisbee so hard. It was very descriptive. It was awful. I'm gonna have to get him to find the story and read it. But holy shit, it was awful.
Speaking of stories, when are you reading one of yours?
Well, no one's redeemed it, so...
Alright, cool. I'll be sure to redeem it next time and you can do that as the narration.
I've got them here.
Anyway. Do one page for Jess.
Oh.
Do the page you showed me for Jess.
You know what? I will do it for Jess, because I love Jess so much. And she deserves it. This is a congratulations on your job. I'm so proud of you. I'm only doing it for you, Jess. You'll get a real kick out of this. Now, let me just preface this by saying I was a teenager. A sick, sad happening of a teenager. I have a printout of Jared Padalecki in here.
What the fuck's that?
Sorry, that's Sam Winchester from Supernatural.
Oh, yeah, I haven't watched Supernatural.
He was my favourite. Oh, Vex. Okay. Candle.
Candle.
Alright.
You know this, we share redeems. It's fine.
Wait, hang on. Which was the story that I showed you? Because I've got a few...
Do you want me to read it for them?
Awful ones. No, because I wanted... You won't get it. You need to,
Send it to me.
say it properly. You have to say it properly. And you won't say it like a teenage girl.
Damn it, it was something to do with a girl in her family and her dad getting a job or something.
What?
Remember that much?
No, it wasn't. You've got no idea.
She was talking about her dad, I remember that.
You've got no idea, buddy-o.
Just pick... Dude, I switched phones recently as well, man. Just pick one. Do it. First
Hang on.
page,
I've
or
got
second
it.
page.
No, I'll find the one that I sent you because I've already given it away. So. Get me dead.
Candle.
Fuck off.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, jeez. Oh god.
Wolfie was the dog.
Fucking Wolfie.
Came back
My
back to life as a YouTuber.
Sickening. Actually,
Act like you wouldn't watch that film. Oh, you have to howl now. So do I. For real.
Ooh. It's already a howl. Alright, here we go. Ow! Go on, Amit. It's your turn.
Your mic condensed that.
Oh, did it? Hang on. I'll do it over here. Ow!
Yeah, that condensed it a little bit again as well.
Well, you're just going to have to live with it. Alright. Here we go. So this is my story. Okay, so...
Wait. We're sharing redeems, remember? Hang on. I've got this mic right in front of my face. Are you ready?
Yeah, go on.
Oh,
No, yours condensed it too.
Oh!
Yeah, still.
Oh!
So, there you go. Ow! Alright, so, firstly, let me just tell you, I was 12 when I wrote this. My friend and I used to write stories and then swap with each other so she could read my story and I would read hers. So, this is the beginning. I'll read you this first page. And just know it's going to be a full cringe fest, but I'm sharing it with you because I love you guys so much. And Jess, this one's for you, okay? God, okay. Alright. I'm going to try and do this seriously. The life...
Deep breath, buddy.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Here we go, I've got this. I'm
gonna lean back, have my vape, and just listen to the sweet tones of this story.
Yeah, this is... dead. Okay. The life of me, Billy Joe. Now, just to update you kidlets, Billy Joe is Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day, yes. Because he was my favourite person in the whole world. Again, I was 12 years old and I had an obsession and it was disgusting. Anyway, here we go. Hi. My name is Billy Joe. I am a rock god, a father of two, and a loving husband to my beautiful wife, Belle. That's right, kidlets, you guessed it. I am Belle.
I missed that bit. I missed that part.
I am Belle.
I probably couldn't read it because your handwriting.
My real name is Belinda, so yes, I am Belle. So he was married to me. A loving husband to his beautiful wife, me. But...
Continue.
Shut up, Emmett. But before I can tell you the secret to my successful marriage, you must know about my music. I mean, it's pretty good. Because after all, it is my life. It's all I really have. Music came into my life the instant... Oh, I can't even grammar. The instant second I was born. My dad was a musician and I always looked up to him. He gave me my first ever real guitar, Blue. True story. He was quite sick a few months after that birthday and I noticed that I can't even read my own writing. He started spending more time at the hospital than he did at home. Billy Joe Armstrong's father died of cancer. It's what Wake Me Up When September Ends is actually written about. Mum didn't really like it when I saw him. She thought he would croak it. I mean, basically, Vex, this is 12-year-old Belinda.
Hold on. Since you're allowed to add little trivia bits while you're reading, I get to ask one question.
Okay.
You picked the phrase "croak it."
Yup. It's written right here. Croak it. Oh, you can't see it because my light. Croak it.
Alright, I'm leaning back again. Continue.
Croak it. There it is. Croak it.
Good.
But Dad was a fighter. He was in the war, you know. Was he? The months went by, and eventually Mum got the life-changing phone call. The phone call that destroyed mine and my other siblings. Mum raised us to the not raised. Mum raced us to the hospital, but we were too late. He was gone. My dad was an inspiration. We got home and I just grabbed my guitar and played it until my fingers had absolutely no skin left on them. Go on, weigh in on that. I know you're itching.
Well, okay, this is where I explain biology to you. So, typically the muscular tissue in there. There's some tendons there that help with the pulling of your finger and pushing and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So if you played until your skin was gone,
Played it till my fingers bled. Was the summer of '69.
Anyway, continue.
Thank you. I was 10 when my dad passed. Also, when I met my best friend, Mike Dirnt, the bassist of Green Day. Mum forced us all to go to school. She just kept on breaking down. So we stayed out of her way and went to school. Fair enough. I was sitting in the cafeteria. I spelt cafeteria wrong. Because we don't have cafeterias really here in Australia. We just have like lunch spaces.
They're all the same thing. I hope you know that. When it comes to school, they're just the same space.
We didn't call them cafeterias though. Eating lunch when this goofy-looking kid sat across from me. "Hey," he said, smiling real big. "Hello, can I help you?" I asked him. "Yeah, I'm looking for some company. I'm Mike," he explained. And that is the end. That is that one first page of The Life of Me, Billy Joe.
Okay, so when you were 12, you were writing what is basically early forms of fan fiction.
There's but there's a fucking lot. Like, there is 41 pages of this shit. That!
Reef, on the other hand, was picking Bulbasaur as a starter.
God, that whole plastic pocket is this story. Christ. And there's more.
Do you know what I was doing when I was 12?
Discovering yourself.
I was trying to turn into a Super Saiyan.
Okay, listen. Well, okay. I was writing smut.
Almost.
The G version, because there was nothing ever dirty in the stories. It was just that he married me because I was so beautiful.
He married a 12-year-old, yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Okay, and listen, Simple Plan. Good band, really good band. Turns out my favourite one actually was Grooming 13-year-olds, so the fuck.
Wow, you predicted the future!
Awful. No, that's awful. Billy Joe Armstrong's not like that. He's a good boy. Man, he's a man. He has always been a man since I've liked him. He was like well into his fucking 30s when I got into Green Day.
Yeah,
I was 11.
Now he's got a cane and a fucking Zimmer frame, right?
Oh, probably.
Zimmer frame, Billy Joe.
Anyway, so if you do want to hear more of The Life of Me, Billy Joe, you can scroll down on the Twitch page and there's a redeem or something. Reef, are you serious? Reef, you're joking. You're joking. You gotta be joking.
No, the redeem we have is a dramatic reading of an AI generated script. We haven't got a redeem for yours yet.
Yeah, there is. Oh, it might not be a redeem. I think I made you have to pay for it because it's so embarrassing.
Right. You wanted money for it, right? That's right. Because your writing is so,
Moby, your husband can't be that silly. You don't know Green Day? American Idiot!
No,
Come on!
Listen to me, Swook. I know you think he's joking, but he's not.
Don't wanna be an American Idiot.
You know how Big Ed is a massive meme for like everybody right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, Reef didn't know who he was until I told him.
Eesh. Yeah, Reef, that's them. That's Green Day. That's... yeah.
Yes, there is a redeem for that, Jess. There is indeed.
Yeah. I'm not good at roasts. I'm too nice. I can't roast you.
When you want to cuss me, you really go into it. Have you not noticed?
Yeah, but I can't do it on the spot, I need time to think about it.
On the spot? Lady, you text me at lightning speed sometimes calling me a limp dick maggot bastard.
Yes. Stop that.
Oh, how many bits is it for a page?
I can't can't remember.
Shall we say 50?
Jess, come on. You've just got this new job. Let's save your money. You don't need to spend it on us.
No. She's paid for another page. But you read another one
Yeah,
now.
she has. She actually has.
Do it. Do it. I never got the second page, so I want to hear it now.
Yeah, you didn't actually. You didn't. Hang on. I don't actually know how much I made them though. Let me just check.
Yeah, well, cause it's Jess. For this one occasion, she gets a special discount.
Oh, it's 100. But yeah, she does because I do love her.
We do. I say this all the time, and I'm going to announce it once more.
Yeah, good thing he doesn't have anything else better to do today, and my baby's not scream crying. So we'll do another page.
So this is what I say in every chat that I'm a mod in and Jess is involved. I say we simp for Jess around these parts because we do.
We do.
And also, Vex
don't
did
jiggle,
did
jiggle,
100.
folds. I like
So
to see
you're
you
gonna
wiggle, wiggle, for sure. And make me want to dribble, dribble. You know.
You
riding in my
told him the
Fiat.
going.
You can't hear what's going on.
In a compact, no slack. But luckily the seats go back. I got a knack to relax in my mind.
You can't hear what's going on. The sound alert's playing.
Oh, my money don't jiggle, right? So you told him the going rate. This is your fault. So now.
Yeah, now I have to read 2 pages.
All right.
But I'm gonna have to do 3 because I gave Jess a discount, and I can't do that to Vex. So I have to give Vex a discount as well.
Well, you've only now tortured yourself more as a result. So go ahead.
Okay, let me just give you a little bit of a preface here that when I mentioned somebody named Vic, that's my old best friend that I used to swap stories with. So she's in the story too. Lucky her. We're not friends anymore.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah. Why?
Is she married? Is she also married to any Green Day band members?
No, it would have been Simple Plan because Simple Plan was her favourite.
Okay.
So it would be Sebastian if she is.
Don't let me interrupt you.
Okay, sorry.
Stay quiet.
I'm so sorry. All right, here we go. All right, so we finished that first page with, looking for some company. I'm Mike, he explained. Oh, okay. I'm Billy Joe, I said back. Turned out Mike was also interested in music. A couple of years passed and we were a garage band called Sweet Children. I was on the electric acoustic. Mike was on bass, and our new friend John was on drums. John was the drummer before Trey Cool was, so just keep that in mind. I'm giving you Green Day facts as well. You're welcome, guys.
Yeah, but you're also slowing down the reading this way. So.
Sorry. That was also when John introduced us to the sweet thing called marijuana. Fuck off. We were about 16. Again, I have never touched the stuff, so why am I writing about it in my story? Anyway.
Continue.
Again, few more years passed, still drug users. But John wasn't giving us what we wanted in our band. We decided to drop him. Now, we were drummerless. But still determined to make music, Mike and I had a gig and we needed a drummer, and fast. So we posted notes on the bulletin board at school, and it even got to the point where we wrote it on the tables. We had got a few people to practice with, but after a while we decided to give John a call and see if he wanted another shot. By this time, Sweet Children had now turned into Green Day, and we actually released an album, 1039 Smoothed Out Slappy Hours. Green Day were ready for a paying gig. Mike was pretty nervous, but I kept him in line. Smacked him around. I convinced him this was his future. We were going to be famous. We got out there and rocked the brains out of those people. That's also when we met the 2 girls, Belle and Vic. Oh, vomit.
Oh.
This is where it gets juicy, guys. Oh, here we go. Oh. Vic was way interested in me. Lucky for her. I was interested in her. Wait, hang on. How come I just fucked myself over? Billy Joe was my favourite.
Oh!
I fucked myself over in my own fucking story.
This
All right.
is a plot twist.
We're on
Okay,
page
I like
number
this.
2.
I like where this is going.
Here we go. I fucked myself over. Hey, Vic. Billy.
Sorry. I know I'm interrupting. It's just how it brought out. Hey, Vic.
Screw you, Vic said.
Hey, Vic. Anyway, carry on.
Screw you, said Vic. Then she'd walked off and got Belle. Then I'd be stuck talking to her weird, obsessed friend. That was me. Hey, Billy. I saw...
Wait, sorry. We don't even need to do a roast battle. You're roasting yourself.
I roasted myself in my own fucking story. I wrote this.
Great. I've already won. Carry on.
Hey, Billy. I saw you at 21 Arms. That's a club, was a club here, which I never got to because they closed it down before I was old enough to drink. Yeah, cool. Be back in a sec, I'd say, and catch up to Vic. But she'd always have to go home or to her nan's or the church, but she wasn't religious. I really like him, Vic, Belle said slowly. If you ask me, he's a real jerk. Vic replied, watching her best friend wipe away a tear. Okay, let's get him for you, Vic sighed. How? Belle asked. The only way he will listen, Vic smiled. Mike, I think I'm done here, I said to Mike as we were eating burgers at school. Oh, they're still at school. Okay, good. Phew. Roasted by my 12-year-old self, yeah. Fucking hell.
Massively.
Oh, okay. Mind if I have the rest? Mike said, referring to the burger. No, not the burger. School. I already know what I want to do, I explained. Oh, yeah. School isn't doing anything for me either, Mike sighed. So let's drop out. We'll make money with Green Day, I said, jumping out of my seat. Okay, Mike said, getting up. That's how easy it is to quit school. We went to our lockers and started pulling things out and shoving them in the bin. Take this, maths, Mike said, grabbing the 905-page exercise book and throwing it in the bin. Christ. He then... Alright, here we go. This is the 4th page. Third page. He then smashed the window. Oh. Mike just looked at me. Whoops, I laughed. I almost finished emptying my locker when I felt 2 hands grab my shoulders, turn me around and smash me into the lockers. Ooh, dramatic. Ow, I said as I saw Vic standing in front of me. Gee, she's fucking going in for it. And you would like? I asked, being smart. A date, Vic declared. I knew you were into me, I exclaimed. Not me, you dick. With Belle. You and Belle are going to go to the movies and have a good time, Vic said, bashing me against the lockers. Jeez, yeah, she is the She-Hulk. Fucking hell. And if I say no, I whispered slowly, then you'll regret it, Vic said, punching my arm. Holy fuck, I yelled. So let's say tomorrow night, 6:30, you pick her up, Vic said. Yeah, sure, I said, holding my arm. Don't be late, she said, kicking my shin. I just dropped to the floor. I wrote floor as flower for some reason. And she walked off. Belle was close by and ran over to see if I was okay. She was actually really caring. Guys, I'm so sweet.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are we just gonna ignore the fact that Vic or Vicky or whatever her name is physically assaulted a man to date her friend?
A boy. He's still in school.
Right, a boy. Can we just are we ignoring this?
Don't ask too many questions.
True, Reef. True. Fact, Reed. Fact. We need to publish this.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, she's gone.
Bring Green Day back into the spotlight. That's what this will do.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
She was actually really caring, so you're welcome. Are you okay? She asked, scooching down next to me. What? Scooching is a good word. I was holding a tear back. Fine, I managed to squeak out. It's just your friend is a maniac, I exclaimed. Belle giggled. So funny, my friend's a maniac. Well, she does do kickboxing, Belle said, helping me to my feet. Can you walk? She asked slowly. Okay, now we're on the last page, thank fucking God. Not very well, I replied. Here. She put my arm around her and walked me to the office. I called Mum, she was working, and it's a 20-minute walk to get to my house, and I was crippled. I just live around the corner, Belle said slowly. You don't mind? I asked her. No way, Belle exclaimed. No way, come home, come to bed with me. I leaned on Belle all the way till we got back to her place. She sat me down and got me an ice pack. See, she is caring. She's so sweet. I saw that she was sweet in a scary, stalkerish way. Here, put this on your leg, she said carefully, placing it where Vic had kicked. Belle, thanks for all of this, I said, smiling. Sure, what did you do to piss Vic off so much? Belle asked curiously. She wanted me to ask you out, but I can't because it will stuff up our friendship. Oh, the classic friendship. I said. I watched her smile instantly change. I cut her real deep. I could see it in her expression. Well, that's silly. Why would we date anyway? We're hardly friends, Belle said, putting her head down. She's so sad. I didn't realise she liked me that much. I started to feel sorry for her. Oh, Billy Joe. I appreciate what you did for me today, I sighed. No worries. What are friends for? We literally just had this conversation about how we're not really that friendly. Belle smiled. I should return the favour. Are you doing anything tomorrow night? I asked. What the hell was I doing? I was asking my stalker out. Nothing. Why? Belle asked. Want to go to the movies? I asked. And we left it on a cliffhanger, guys. Dun dun dun! Whoa.
Okay, so I've just realised a few things about your little tale.
Yeah. I'm an idiot.
One, yeah, there's that. That's the top thing that I've realised just by speaking to you these days. But
Fucking rude.
you're not an idiot. You're smarter than most. Anyway, but
That's pretty well written for an 11-year-old.
I just noticed that Vic is a tsundere and fucking you, Belle, are a yandere.
A what? And a what-o-day?
Okay, a tsundere is what I'm called constantly because I fucking react badly to things constantly, right?
Right.
As you've seen. Alright?
She actually
And
was, like, crazy, though.
A yandere is someone who, like, really cares for their stalker, but is fucking crazy stalker.
Yeah, sounds legit.
Yeah, so your character's a yandere and I'm concerned. Yeah, so totally, she totally wants to kill Mike. No, not Mike, sorry, fucking
Billy Joe Armstrong.
I'm not that, Reef. I don't have to adhere to that anymore. But
Oh, fucking hell.
that was great.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
That was nice, yeah. I'm sure Green Day appreciate your fanfiction.
I'm sure Billy Joe is really, like, sitting at home with his wife of, like, fucking 30 years going, gee, I wonder if there was...
His wife named Belle, I want to say.
No, Adrian. When I went
Yeah,
through...
she got a name change because of your fanfiction.
I went through a witchy stage when I was about 13. and I tried to put a curse on Adrian to get her out of the picture. I'm not joking. I am not joking. The spell was that you write her name, this person that you want to, eradicate, on a piece of paper, and you put it in the freezer, and you just wish and you just hope for them to fuck off. And that apparently is the spell.
Okay, so I knew you went through a witch phase. I know you've covered that with me before, just generally. But I had no idea you tried to curse somebody. This is brand new information.
It didn't work. They're still married. Happily still married. And also, what am I to him? I'm just somebody who buys a fucking ticket to his show when he's in Victoria.
Aww.
I know.
Aww,
I'm just
so sad.
I know. I'll cry. But do you think he sits at home and he goes, gee, I wonder if there was a fucking 12-year-old girl, 11-year-old girl who has nothing else better to do with her time but to write a fucking 41-page story about how her and I started dating while I was a 35-year-old man.
You know,
something of a scientist of myself.
I would be surprised if that thought didn't pass his head daily.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, because that's.
What,
he's got nothing else better to think about. He doesn't have a family. Yeah, he doesn't have a band.
Forget. Fuck his wife. Like, what do you mean? Like, he doesn't think about his wife. Clearly, he thinks about.
Yeah, no.
12-year-old. It's about a 12-year-old.
Absolute riot. Oh, and there's more. Like, I have more of these. This is just one story of like 20.
Nah, I think he thinks of the Spanish Inquisition sometimes, Reef. But now that your redeems are done, you can do your little thing now.
Okay.
Send me the VOD.
Yeah, great. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you being here for the second episode of the Panorama cast. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for the bits that you've sent. If you did send any, thank you for being here. The support is amazing. We're trying to get this podcast up and running. So any sort of topics or subjects or anything you want us to cover, please let us know. We're on Discord. We've got a YouTube channel that I'm going to have to start getting links and stuff for. So just let us know and we will cover it. If you want to be a guest on the stream, let us know and we'll try and work that out somehow. But yes, thank you so much for listening to me ramble on for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. About Green Day, about the sad occurrence of Otto Warmbier.
All right, Reef, when I've watched One Piece, you can be a guest, okay? You can take my spot if you feel like it, okay?
We will discuss One Piece, the live action, because I'm far behind. There's like so many episodes and I'm still only at like 500 and something. So, anyway, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Vex, for this beautiful fucking postcard that I'm going to have to find somewhere for. So, Amit, if you can't make a stream one time and I'm doing this by myself or with somebody else, I'll just make sure that I can stick this somewhere so that you're still always with us. Beautiful, stunning, fantastic, amazing. Anyway.
You are such an arse monkey.
No, I'm not. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for allowing me to speak my bits and pieces. I did so much research for this fucking story because I had so much time to do so. So the next one probably won't be as in-depth as this one was, but, well, we'll work on it. We'll get there. When do you think the next one will be, Amit? Working on your schedule? Never.
Oh, look, a wall. Hi, wall.
Yeah, okay. Whenever you're feeling like it. So.
How about next week? I'll make it happen, okay?
Next week? Whoa. Well, I have to check my calendar. Hang on. Let me see.
Watch her have nothing available and make
Oh,
it sound like she has so
no,
much
it looks
family
like
time.
I'm free on the Saturday night, so you're lucky.
Cool. I'll figure out something.
Well, if you watch One Piece, we can
Something.
talk about One Piece and then potentially have Reef join
Oh,
us for a bit of a chat.
Fucking hell. All right, I'll watch One Piece. Okay, I'll watch One Piece. Okay, fuck. I'll start today. I'm gonna go make some food now.
Alright.
But I'll fucking watch One Piece. What should I make? Should I make wings? Should I make beef? I'll
Oh,
decide in a
wings.
minute.
Yes, buffalo wings, actually. I'm really into buffalo wings at the moment.
I could do that. I have buffalo sauce.
Yep.
Butter, yeah, lying
Delish.
around. I have some garlic and some ginger. Oh, I know what I could do with the butter. Anyway.
Yep. Done. Send me pictures. Thanks.
I'll
Alright,
send you a
guys.
picture of what I made yesterday as well. I forgot to do that. But anyway.
Okay. Alright. Thank you so much, guys. We love you so much, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!
All right. See ya. Bye.